All right, everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen, Don Lawrence has been waiting for this all week. He come out from the rock he's been hiding under all week just for today. Just for today.
Yes. So I got something I want to say today. So
Uh-oh.
Very, very important.
Confession?
This is very, not really.
Write this down.
This is very, very important. Mel, what happened last week for you? What big thing happened for you that's true, that's reality right now?
I closed on my house.
She won't even let us see her, folks. She won't even let us see her. Pop your head there for 1 second. See, look at that. Ah! So she did close on our house last week. Is it awesome? Home ownership is awesome. Yes, I agree.
So when's your first payment due?
October 1st.
October 1st.
October. She's not going to be buying any Halloween costumes. She'll be paying the mortgage.
See how
Right?
how it feels on October or on September 30th.
We'll see.
A few days before that when you write that bill. I'll check out.
So I know
You'll
Don.
be proudly writing it out, right? Well, won't you?
Mm-hmm.
Right now, you did it all on your own.
I'll take a picture of it too.
Damn right. Very nice. Very nice. So
Congratulations, Mel.
Absolutely, guys. Give Mel a
happy
round of applause in the chat. Give her a round of applause if you wouldn't mind.
So our Ford Road office, they had a special shindig for her and for something else, and you got a cake.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody celebrated with her that she got a close at her house, and that was pretty cool.
It was awesome.
I did find something at Kirkland's. It's like a big, picture frame thing. But it's actually like a window or a door, like a cabinet door with glass pane. And I'm putting all of the cards in there. And I'm going to put like a decal that had the closing date on it, and then I'm going to hang it at my house.
Yeah. Wow, that's cool.
That's
Yeah.
very
That's
cool.
cool.
Very cool.
That's
Yep.
awesome.
So
it goes to show you how proud and happy you are for
Yeah.
buying this house on your own.
Mm-hmm.
It's an
You should
awesome.
be.
It's an awesome thing.
I've rented my entire life.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
Ran her entire life. She's 24 years old, and now she bought a house. See? First time home buyer. So let's do this the right way. Even though there's a nice mushy moment there, because Steve Kreitz is waiting, and so is Chris Berger.
Steve, where were you
so is
last
Kathy
week?
Cordy. He was Facebook user, remember?
Why?
Because it didn't work. I don't know. Ready? He does do it the
You
right
know
way.
that for sure?
I'm positive.
All right, Steve. Nice seeing you.
Here we go. I'm Scott.
I'm Don.
And we're talking real estate. It's going to be a good day, ladies and gentlemen. Don ate his Wheaties, and he's ready to go today, boys and girls. Mel is in her own house getting lots of good sleep, and she's ready to go. Me, I don't know.
In spite of all this heat,
I'm making it. It doesn't
he hasn't melted. The dude hasn't melted
It
yet.
feels like you're walking through sweat, guys. That's what it feels like. You're walking through sweat. It's terrible. All right? It's terrible. It's not good. So where are you tuning in from? Throw it in there. Kathy Cordy, Chris Bergeron, Steve Kreitz, everybody, throw it in there. Where are you checking in from? Tell us. Is it Dogbone Heights? Is it the hard streets of Grosse Ile? Where are you checking in at? Right?
Dearborn.
Go to Curious Real First one. Yep. So that's that. Now, before we get to our good friend, our man with the money, Mike McLaughlin, Mr. Mister, we call him, right? We have a question for you, and we're going to try to be more interactive because we kind of were slacking last week in interaction a little bit. So we want to know, in your house, if you got a 3-bedroom or 4-bedroom, what do you do with the spare room? Okay, some people it becomes like a junk drawer to some people. Mel was saying it becomes a laundry catch-all. What do you do? What do you do with a spare room?
What are you using it for?
Yep.
We want
Brownstown. Could that
Put
be
it in
Taylor
the
Katie in there?
comments.
Man,
Let us
I'm telling you. Taylor bitches. Attaboy, Steve Markey. Attaboy. But again, the question is, spare room. The room that not your bedroom. What's that room? What do you do?
Right there.
Yeah. What do you do with it? What do you do with that spare room? I know, Steve Markey, I know what your spare room is. I already know that. But the rest of you, what do you do with your spare room? Okay. I know my mom, I keep trying to tell her I'm going to turn into a first floor laundry, but she fights me on that. So we'll see. So keep going back to cat chat. So we'll give you a second to think.
Is that a bedroom? Turn a bedroom into first floor laundry?
Absolutely.
I've seen that before. I'm sure you've seen that in houses.
Scroll down, please. Thank you. So two spares, get 2 guest rooms. I'm going to come over and stay at the Kathy Cordy Hotel. How about them apples? How about that? Bass Phillips says, we are in a beautiful Irish Hills on Wampers Lake, but it doesn't tell me what you do with your bedroom there, girl. What are you doing with your bedroom?
No, she's telling you where she's
I know. Steve Kreitz, office. I know it. Office times 2, somebody said. All kinds. What do you do with that spare room?
Well, I'm sure office is going to be probably one of the bigger ones.
Yeah, it is. Absolutely. Come on.
All right, so let's get to our special guest. And
he is pretty special. Okay.
And I texted to him earlier and just didn't even ask him anything. Just said, hey, Mike, And you got to bring him up.
He has a fixture. He is a fixture on this show, ladies and gentlemen.
He goes, "Hey there." No, and then I just question marks, and he goes, "Yeah, I'll be there."
You got those.
Thanks, Mike.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Michael, here's what we want. Next week, we want you to be on that elliptical over there while you're talking to us. We want to see you do two things at once. All right? That's what we
I
want.
can find something else to make the second thing. Like I'll drink water.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. Very nice. Very nice.
Two things, one time.
I will tell you this, Mike. A client of yours and mine got an offer accepted, and I told the girl, it's exactly what I told her. I go, look, because she's like, well, it's Mishta. Isn't that kind of risky? I go, my guy is Mr. Mishta. That's what he is. Look him up. All right. So, Mr. Mishta, you made it happen for me. I appreciate that.
Absolutely. Thank you, sir.
Absolutely. So, what's going on in the mortgage world, my friend?
Rates are staying steady. Business is still bountiful. And I got some information here that caught my eye that I thought would be great for us to discuss. You guys always talk about local trends in real estate. And I've got some information here that talks about existing home sales were up 2% in July for an annual pace of 6 million units, 5.99 million units. Wow. Up 1.5% year over year annually. Existing home sales are holding rock steady and are still at strong levels. Inventory is starting to rise, but slowly. There were 1.32 million homes for sale at the end of July, which is up 7% from June, but down 12% from last year. And then the other one I wanted to look at, the other one was the median home price year over year nationwide is up 18%. And it's down a little bit from June where it was up 24%. I don't think those are some great numbers, nothing shabby there.
So, Mug, I'll tell you what I saw yesterday. In the same day, okay, one bureau or one information source said the median sale price across the United States was $360.
Yeah,
and then one said $400. I'm like, which one's right?
Yeah, I guess it all depends upon where you're gathering your data from. If you're somehow able to leave some of the lower price ones out that bring the average down, so I would say you'd have to examine the data, right? But 360, 400, still a tremendous median sales price for the nation, you know?
Yeah, that's a big one. I agree. So, Michael, are we saying that, let's put this in some context that people can use, right? So we saw a few more homes come on the market from June till July, right?
Yeah.
But there's still a lot of buying power and affordability in the system, yes?
Oh, yeah. Rates still, 30-year fixed rates still in the low threes, 15-year rates in the high twos. I mean, we have yet to see any type of a creep up, just like I forecasted many moon ago that rates would stay low through 2021. And what have they done? They stayed low throughout the entire year.
You should be like a Swami. You should have like a turban. You should sit, Indian style and go, you can ask me one question. We should be able to ask you one question. That's what it should have, right?
Scott's got me. He wants me on the elliptical. He wants me to do yoga. What is he, like a personal trainer now?
Yes, I am. Oh, look at me. Of course I am. I mean, geez.
Look at his physique. Hey, going back to that June to July increase in inventory, we've been kind of talking about that a little bit. That this is that reduction of pressure on buyers to do these crazy things they have to give up to get a house. So it's made it more sensible or not as crazy as it was the first 4 or 5 months of the year. So exactly what we're seeing in the market is exactly what the numbers are coming back that we've been explaining over the last 30 to 45 days. So we're seeing it. We're seeing that trend. So the question is that we've been discussing is what's it going to be in September and October? Will it be a return to what we saw earlier, or will it be a continuation of what we're seeing now? And that's going to be interesting to see how that all plays out.
Well, so I tell you, I met up with a former client today because kind of just popped by to see how she's doing, and people are aware that there's more houses. Okay, people are aware that there's more houses on the market. So, folks in the audience, folks watching, Steve, Chris Bergeron, Zach, all you folks, do this. If you've seen more for sale signs in your neighborhood this last month or so, this part of the summer, put it in there. Have you seen more have more for sale signs or not?
noticed
So
it.
yeah, because I mean she goes, well, I noticed this is for sale. This is for sale. And I go, well, yeah, there's more houses on the market. There are.
Yeah.
That's the truth, right? But again, it doesn't, Mike, from your end, it doesn't change affordability, does it?
No.
Right.
As long as rates stay low, affordability is high.
Right. Like Kathy Cordy just said, yeah, I see more signs. I bet you guys do. I bet you see more signs. But what it's doing now, it's doing two things. That affordability is still the same, like Mike is saying, but it's also, you're saying, bringing down the craziness.
Right.
You're not having to sell pints of blood to get it done.
It may be the affordability is even a little bit better because they're not paying a lot over list price or ask price. So that might be helping out in that regard as well. Or higher, if you go 220 and you're going 20,000 over the list price, maybe you're still getting that value there because prices haven't gone up. So I think there's a couple things going on there that will obviously in September and October we'll be able to look back and see what's happened in June and July, or July and August compared to.
So Mike, are you saying more activity September, October? Because I think Don and I, that's what we're saying.
More activity compared to now, you mean, or compared to last year over year, or?
No, from now until then.
I mean, I really haven't seen a slowdown on my end. I could still work a whole nother day if we could make an 8th day during the week.
Oh yeah? Well, let's see. If you can make that happen, let me know.
No, Melissa won't be
And I prefer that nobody else gets to have that day so I could just get caught up on that day every week.
Yeah, I got you. Okay. So, Michael, let's ask you this one last question because we got a bunch to get to tonight. Spare room in your house because you got a beautiful home with lots of rooms in it. What are you doing with the spare room? What's your focus?
Well, we have a sitting room, which, is in the front. We have the offices, like you said. So I guess the only room that we really have is a sitting room, which we keep because Melissa always liked the way that Grandma had a formal sitting room in the house. So
You guys drink tea in the sitting room with your pinky up, or what do you do?
What's that?
You guys drink tea with your pinky up, or what do you do in the sitting room?
Yeah. How else are you going to drink your tea?
Like, what? Of course.
Good one.
Yeah, so our segment this week, Mike, is going to be talking about that spare room. So we wanted to see what you did. So sitting room. I also have been cajoled into the sitting room motif. So I have a couple of sitting areas with chairs that nobody really uses unless it's a big party. So.
Yep.
Hey, Mike.
Brother, listen, we love having you on as a permanent fixture, Mr. Misha, and we'll see you next week.
Thanks, Mike.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah,
You guys have a great evening, and goodbye, Facebook.
See ya.
Bye.
That's always good. He always brings good stuff. Go to captions for me.
He had some good information there.
Yeah, he definitely did. But he always brings that stuff. So,
Absolutely.
guys, let's do this. Let's go to another question for the audience. Right, books. So we're going to talk about 10 different things you can do with that spare room, and one of them, some people have a library.
Yeah.
Okay? Or at least a
room.
bookshelf with books in it. Right.
Reading
So
room.
our question, if you go to the chat for us, is how many books are in your library? Okay, I've been in a lot of people's homes that come on this thing, and how many books are in your library? How many books are in your library?
I'm going to say probably maybe 100. We have 100, maybe a little bit more.
I'm going to say probably that are out right now for me, maybe 60. I got a bunch in boxes that are just sitting in the basement, just sitting there. So if they're sitting there, we're not reading that much.
How about you?
No.
None? Not
I
one?
read on my phone.
Okay.
So my wife gets rid of books as soon as she can. So,
Really?
Yeah.
She doesn't keep it in too much trouble, huh? So tell us, Babs, Steve Kreitz, Chris Bergeron, Zach Wilkins, how many books are in your library? How many books do you have around your place? Comic books?
Yes.
Steve, of course they count.
Yes.
Are you kidding me?
Steve, are there any others in comic books? I didn't know. What are you talking about?
Listen, you are the reason why we're doing this segment, okay? You are. Just know that because your place, your crib is on this. So just know. We should have went to his house because he's got a setup.
House?
What? No, it wasn't. But that's where I got the idea from. Caddy Cordy says 400 plus. Again,
Wow.
how many books?
Wow.
How many comic books, Steve Markey? How many? Punisher episode 144. Talk to me.
Hey, what's your favorite one?
Absolutely. What books are in your library, ladies and gentlemen? What books? Because
How
we're just.
often do you read them?
Do I often do we read them?
Yeah,
I try
or
to
they just
I try
sit
to
there.
read one book a week. I try, but this is a try. It's not a do. It's a try. And I also bought some thousands. That a boy, thousands, less than 20.
Do you
Okay.
read one book at a time, or do you have other books?
No, I try to read one at a time. And I tried to get Slick one time. They had Random House or somebody was having those leather book sales of classics. I thought I'd get those for my son. I have about 20. I stopped buying them because I'm like, this is just taking up too much space.
Yeah.
They look cool, though. They look cool. So no library, but about 50 here. Okay. Oh, shit.
Yeah,
Comic books. Oh, shit. Kat, I didn't realize you were a big comic book girl. So go back to the captions. Got like 4 books. That a boy. Macho Man. Let me go back to that. Go back.
Go back to that.
Hang on a second. My man, Alfrezo, he's the man. Says, I got like 4 books, 35 Macho Man action figures. I'm packing them now. You and Steve Martin could be friends. You and Steve Martin could be friends because he's probably got action figures all over the place his too. So pop that top 10 things. Go ahead.
What?
Yeah, next one down. Yeah. So here's what we're gonna do. Don and I thought about this, and again, Steve Martin kind of spurred this. Me and I were talking about it. Top 10 things to repurpose a spare room. And we got some good ones. And they're ones that you kind of go, you think like, oh, no kidding, right? You will not put an office in that room in any of these, okay? So they're not offices, all right? They're not offices. So what's number 1, Don?
Are we going to bring it up?
Yeah, we could try.
The number 1
share
is what our question was.
It's not open. This might take a second, so go to the top, to the right, minimize it. Yep, you got it. Number 1. There you go. Open it up.
So number 1 is library, a reading room, a study.
Open my face back up in the bottom. There you go. Now, all right. So here's what we got. Number 1. Let's open my face up again. There you go. So there you go. Number 1. Library, right? Reading room, study room, whatever. So it may have been one of those things, Don, that were kids. I mean, how many people had their kids doing schoolwork during COVID, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that might be where you study at. I mean, it could be part of your office.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that we're not keeping office in here, but library, that's one. That's one.
We go through houses. We see people with a lazy boy or a leather chair and books, and it looks like a reading room. It's not a TV room necessarily. So.
Yeah. So it could be. I mean,
Especially
for comic books. It could be for comic books for Steve and Kathy Cordy because they're comic book fanatics, right?
Okay.
So there's 1.
There's 1. Number 2.
Just make the screen smaller, top, bottom, right. Yeah. There you go. Okay, number 2. Number 2. Close that one. Yep. Number 2. You got it.
Is a kid's playroom.
A kid's playroom. That's a cool one. I mean, a lot of times I tell you where I see this, and Kathy Wilkowitz will attest to this one. In the basement, I see that kind of stuff a lot. Don't you, Don?
Yes, absolutely. Yep.
I see it in the basement a lot, right?
Yep.
So kids' playroom.
Yep.
Like a specific room design, because people are always bitching about toys.
Yep.
Right?
Always
or like if you go in a house
Yep.
and the living room is full of the toys,
Yep.
it's full of the toys, right? They're all over the place. And like people are tripping over them. So a kid's playroom, a room designed specifically to organize as best you can.
Or just leave them in there, just push them away from the door, shut the door, and leave it alone.
Well, even like their noise, like if they want to be noisy,
It'd be nice to just shut them in there. So,
keeps them away
but that's why people do it in the basement a lot too, because it's less sound, right? Because they're traveling up. But yeah, kids' playroom, that's a good one. So I tell you where you can get good stuff for kids' playroom. Even RJ, when he was small, we had this. IKEA sells all this durable furniture and these big, huge bins you can put it in and stuff. So it's definitely it can be done. So number 2 is a kid's playroom.
Okay, number 3 coming up is Steve Markey is going to love this.
Steve Markey, see, he and I talked about it. He's like, you're not taking pictures of my game room. His game room is super secret. You can't look at it. You can't look at his game room. So I've seen this in a bunch of places, in a bunch of places.
Yeah.
Okay. In a bunch. So I tell you, I saw one. We've had this on the show before. It was blocked off by gates, right? In the basement. Remember that one? Right. But I will tell you, Steve's game room is awesome.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna let everything out, but he definitely has more than a few screens.
Secret room.
Yeah.
So where do you normally see when you go through houses? Where do you normally see these game rooms?
In the back.
Yeah, I see them in the basement.
Yeah.
Usually.
Yeah.
A lot of times in the basement. So
I mean, I call my basements like a game room. All the crap I got in there, right? But a game room. So again, repurposing your spare room, a game room. So let's go. Yeah, stop sharing.
Okay, number 4.
Hang on a sec. So far, everyone stop sharing. Yep. Open the screen smaller again. Go to chat. So far, folks, how many of you got? See, there you go. See, Kathy Corey says grand playroom kind of takes over the whole house, right? But some people have in the base. So of those first 3, if you have a library, give us a hell yeah. If you have a kid's playroom, give us oh yeah. And if you have a game room, give us whatever. Give us a yeah. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
See, Steve, I only have 5 screens. I only have 5 screens. Really?
So what was it? A hell yeah, an oh yeah, and just a yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
we're just trying to see if you got a library or a room, if you got a kid's playroom, or if you got a gaming room. We're going to throw some more at you, but guys, these are cool. Oh, yeah. And yeah, see, Kat, I knew she did. I saw her that house. I knew that house had all kinds of good stuff in it.
Number four is a craft or sewing room.
So I had a client, like that was her major room to look for in the house. I need to click on it. Yeah. I need a room. Look at my face. I need a room for my sewing, right? For some kind of craft. Like, what other crafts could you do?
What kind of sewing? You're a knitter, aren't you?
I'm not a knitter.
You're a knitter.
Not even close.
Sure.
You look way more like a knitter than I do. Don't even kid yourself.
Painting or scrapbooking.
Painting, people scrapbook still? Yeah. Okay, scrapbooking. I mean, think of what
some people are now doing those wood signs where they do the decals.
Okay. I don't know what you mean. Explain.
You know, like the thing you did for me.
Oh yeah.
My name and address and everything. You know.
I was kidding. So a craft room. How many folks watching would want a craft room? Let's try that. So go ahead and stop share. If you want a craft room, tell us. Tell us what you'd put in that craft room. What craft would you do?
Or do you have a craft room?
Yeah. Do you have a craft room? What craft would you do? Right. The fifth one is this next one is controversial. So understand, folks. I tried to keep Don's head out of the gutter on this. New messages too.
So what does that remind you of?
Yeah.
You know, it's a big thing going on these days in Michigan. Growing.
You gotta go take off that. Scroll down. You'll get there. I'll share it again.
What do you want me to do?
Share it first. We're getting there, guys. We're getting there.
You know, picture on his face.
There you go.
There you go.
Now we got it.
So growing what? What's a big thing there people are growing these days?
Don's got his head in the gutter, ladies and gentlemen. I try to give you family sensitive material. He was like, grow room. People have a grow room.
Well, it's true. It's true.
It is.
This
I walked
is
in one house.
And every day.
I walked in one house and I was like, you can smell it. You walked in the back and they were growing it. And Steve Markey, I don't like needlepoint. All right, please. Listen, I know where you live. So
wow, Scott or Steve, I thought it was crocheting or crocheting.
No, it's not crocheting. It's not crocheting.
Knitting. I thought it was
knitting.
No,
it's not any of those.
So it's needlepoint.
It is. There you go. So the first 5, library. Okay, that's a cool one. Kids playroom, gaming room, craft room, and a garden room or gardening room, right?
Or growing room.
See, there he goes. Back to the terrible stuff. There it goes again. Anything
reality.
Else? Anything else?
No, that's it. All right, numbers. The next one. First of all, we got a question to ask first.
Yep.
If you have
my face.
If you have a pet room.
Go back to my face first. Thank you. Go to the cat
if you have a pet room, what do you have in it? What do you have in your pet room?
So now let's do it this way.
For the pampered pet.
Yeah, a lot of these folks have pampered pets. Okay. I was in a house the other day that the whole room belonged to this little bitty dog. I've been talking about a 14 by 12 room, and it had a little play for the dog, place to run up and down and play. It had a little place for it to lay down. That wasn't the bed; it was like a laying down, lounging area. And then it had a bed. I mean, then it had it was. Come on.
Did you ever see the cat rooms where they have like the steps
big
that
jungle gym thing? Yep.
All over the walls.
Yep.
You can go up to the ceiling and walk around the ceiling.
So, ladies and gentlemen, do you have a pampered pet room?
Do they have
see the chat?
A tanning bed?
Tanning bed in the pet room? Yeah, wait, Steve's right. A reptile room. One of my past clients, his niece, has a reptile room. That's awesome.
Doesn't Courtney,
Candy Courtney?
Yeah, don't they have a?
I don't think so. No.
I would say something, but it's not appropriate for this.
I know. Why don't you keep it clean? Jeez. Steve, we're getting yours, Steve. Steve Kreitz, we're getting yours. I promise you. I promise we're getting there. But if you had a pampered pet room, what would be in it? We'll give you a minute to think about it. A pampered pet room. Steve, Billy Ferguson, nursery.
Scott,
I know, buddy.
Scott, what's this about you and these craft shows? You sell what at craft shows?
You're killing
me. Steve Markey's putting out there.
You're killing me. I don't sell anything at craft shows. Steve
there it is.
Doilies.
Wow. Wow. Wasn't your show canceled, Marky? Really? Really? Wasn't your show canceled? I get all over my show. Unbelievable.
One of your best friends.
I know it is. I know it.
Steve's
He's
bringing out
he's throwing flamethrowers at
Scott's
me.
secrets. All right.
All right. So
number
here's
7.
Here's a Steve Markey room. Another Steve Markey room right here. Okay.
Do we show the pet room?
We did show the pet room.
Okay.
Yeah. Number 7, please.
I thought we're on 6.
No, we're on 7.
No. Did we just show the pet room?
Yeah, we did.
No, we didn't.
We talked about it. We talked about it.
We talked about it.
Okay,
We didn't show it.
go
All right,
ahead.
show the pet room. Oh,
See, I tried to help you, but you didn't listen.
share. Window.
Do you guys want
Click on
this?
it.
I don't
Share.
want to do
There
it.
you go. You got it.
My
No
face.
face.
There we go.
You got it, man. All right.
So the pampered pet room. Steve won't tell you. He's got a pampered living room pet room where the dogs have little steps that climb up on the couch and stuff. He won't tell you that, but he does.
Yeah.
He does. How you like them apples? All right. So number
Oh.
7.
I don't know about those doilies.
Number 7. Okay. This is a Mel perfect room. She wants this right here. Okay. A yoga room or a fitness room.
Or a meditation room.
I would love to see you. You look like a meditating kind of guy.
Depending
My
on
face
how
again,
the-
please.
I've tried it. I can't do it.
No. So how about a fitness room? I tell you, a fitness room would be tough. Yes, you would, Steve Kreutz. Yes, you would. That's my man right there. That's exactly what you put in there. Big ass water slide. So
Oh,
how about a yoga room or a fitness room? One thing I would worry about, it couldn't be a dumbbell or like weights in
No.
there
No.
if it's on the first floor.
Right.
Right.
Totally
It's on the
agree.
first floor. Yeah.
Totally
It's on the
agree.
first floor. I couldn't let that happen. I guess
You wouldn't want it, especially hardwood floors.
So this is another one that kind of
Like
spurred this
aerial
topic.
yoga.
Huh?
The aerial yoga.
Huh?
You know, the
Oh,
suspended.
spinning with
upside down?
ropes or
Yeah.
with
Ooh.
yeah.
Ropes.
No,
What are
they
you
have-
talking
Or a
about?
stripper pole.
Yeah. Okay.
What are
On to the
those?
next one. On to the next one. It's a family
They're
show.
like
Yeah,
curtains.
that's good. That's all.
They're like curtains. What do they call those? They're not curtains, but that type of yoga.
Nobody knows.
The aerial yoga.
What do they use?
The
What is it?
audience is.
It's like
We're losing them.
Just like scarves or.
We're
Yeah,
losing
that's
them. You're
it.
talking
No.
gibberish.
All right, so number 8. Number 8 is, and this is like Scott said, where we began, where this all began was
Yeah.
this idea right here, number 8.
And I saw this one, ladies and gentlemen. This is one I saw. Yeah, my face. You're doing good. It's a hard knock life. There it is.
House face.
The walk-in closet.
Walk-in closet.
I have been telling first-time homebuyers this for years. So I walk in this house,
Goat yoga.
and they goat yoga. Wow, they had what do you call it? A rod for clothes here, a rod for clothes here. They had a table for makeup and like a mirror, it's like a face mirror. You turn on the backside, yeah, and the backside they had a big mirror. It was awesome. I mean, it was exactly what you thought about for walk-in closet.
Yeah.
If you have, especially you empty nesters like Kathy Cordy, if you have a spare room, turn it into a walk-in closet.
Oh, I have to post something on the group page about
Yeah.
that.
Oh man.
Yeah. She'll
Okay.
love it.
All right,
Absolutely. So
let's-
walk-in closet, it'd be awesome. Like I was in awe of this room. I'm going, that's awesome. They did it the right way. They definitely did it the right way.
So next one, we had the question before we show it is, can you go to chat? And go to the chat, and we're looking
Captions.
for captions. I mean, I'm sorry.
You don't know what
captions.
you're talking about. It's okay.
And we're looking for what things do you have in your guest room?
Right. So if you have a guest room in your home, okay, first of all, do you have any guests in your guest room ever? Okay. Second, go to the chat, please. Frequent guests, right? Because people are always talking about that. Somebody said my sister has a whole room the same way. The rest are just other rooms. So if you have a guest room, first of all, do you ever have guests frequent your guest room? That's the first question. I do. I have people staying all the time, which is interesting.
Mhm.
Feels kind of like a little bit of a motel. You know?
Airbnb.
Airbnb, absolutely. If I could sell a room out in the alley, I would do it. Second question is, what stuff do you put in a guest room? If you could have any stuff you wanted in a guest room, what would you put in there? Steve Markey would put sloppy joes and nachos. She was like, guest room. My daughter's in the guest room. That's pretty good. That's try no toll.
My wife or my husband.
Yeah, they're in the guest room. It's a bad
If
night.
they're
They're
a
in the guest room.
snorer.
That's right. It's not the couch. They're in the guest room, right? They're in the guest. No, but just down. Like, what things would you put in the guest room? Like, if you had a bona fide guest room that all that was sleeping in there was guests.
A bed, a clock,
Chest of drawers.
so you put some clothes in or have some things in there.
Nightstand.
A nightstand with a clock and a light so you can read, and probably a TV or internet if they want. You'd have internet.
Daybed,
Wi-Fi
plans,
would-
dresser. Yeah, that's good.
But I like the Murphy beds. I think
Yes.
my wife and I were talking about that somewhere down the road.
Yeah, Murphy beds are cool.
Yeah.
So in mine, I got two twins or two fulls into one. The other one is RJ's room, but I mean, he sometimes when he's at school, I mean, other people use it. You know what I mean? But it's definitely you want somewhere to hang for them to hang clothes. They're coming for the weekend. They got to be comfortable,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely. So I think a Murphy bed would be a good thing in
Murphy
that room
bed is
because then you
awesome.
can use that room for something else as well.
Yeah, I got you. All right, so last thing. And this goes, hopefully Chris Bergeron is still watching at this point. Because this number 10,
No,
we're done past that
we
already.
didn't show that
But we
one.
talked about it
All right, then.
though. Yeah, go to 10.
That was the guest room.
Yeah, we should have brought that up. But that's okay. Not your fault, it's ours.
Yep.
Share it.
It is.
I know. This one is for Chris Bergeron, okay? Chris Bergeron, go to my face. Thank you. Get a first floor laundry.
Look at that. That's an awesome laundry.
Yep.
And that room right there is probably 16 by 11 or 16 by 10, right? So even if it's a 12 by 10, Don, you can put the connections in the closet.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
You can. I see it all the time.
Or in the wall.
You can do a stackable.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So get a first floor laundry, especially if
Is
you're.
that a good selling point?
What's that?
Do a lot of people ask about that when you guys were looking at homes?
No,
People
they
like first floor laundries,
but they don't want it in there.
Yeah, they don't want it usually
Right.
there.
Typically,
but
so if you're selling, you take it out. But it's
you
not
can.
hard.
It's not. It's
hard.
It's not hard.
I want to put one in my house.
Yeah, but it's not. I mean, so think of it this way: going up and down the stairs, right? Going up and down the stairs. I mean, it's killing me. Why would you go up and down the stairs? My mom, I guess, I go, I'll make a first floor laundry for you. She's like, nope. I like going up and
You know
down the
what I miss?
stairs.
I miss the laundry chutes.
Laundry chute. Now you're talking. Yeah, that'd be all right. But yeah, so Don, which of those 10 things? Which room would you make yours into? Your spare room.
Library reading room.
Library reading room.
Yep.
Okay.
Study.
Mel, what about you?
Study. Yeah.
Laundry.
Laundry.
Well, I mean, I like the closet with the island in the center.
I think that would be a second one, a walk-in closet.
Mm-hmm.
I would love a movie theater room. I know that's not on there, but it's more of like a gaming room. But I would love that.
In a little small room.
Yeah, because it would bounce. The sound would bounce off all the walls. It'd be intense. You'd sit there and my buddy Bert and I, we looked at a
I
house
wouldn't
one
want
time.
to listen to that.
I would. I'd love it. We could soundproof it.
You can soundproof the basement.
All right. See, God, it never can be fun.
That's
Never
where a lot of
can
What
be
are you
fun.
talking about? You
Well,
got
that's where-
plenty of
that's where-
space downstairs to
That's
do
usually
it.
where they're at, in the basement.
Yeah.
Somebody said laundry chutes. He gave her. There you go. There you go.
Laundry
So
chutes are awesome.
hopefully you guys enjoyed the list that we have. We want to throw out at least one what a realtor see. Okay, we'll do the one with the shower. I saw this the other day. It baffles the imagination when you look
What
at it.
is it?
Yeah, crazy shower. You got it. It baffles the imagination. It's very creative, but it just baffles the
Hideous.
imagination. I think it's hideous. So look at that. Go to my face. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, what realtors see? Look at that thing.
Nope.
It's a shower with every kind of tile from the 50s. Every single kind. I mean, like, Don, how many kinds of tile do you think are in there?
There's got to be at least 12 or 13 different.
At
different types.
least.
And you can
at
match
least.
any color with that.
Yes, you can. So, yeah. So I saw this was in a basement. Okay, this was a basement. And it looked cool. All right, it was kind of cool, but it's definitely, I don't know how you go about doing that. All the yucks are coming out.
Yeah.
You know what that makes me think of?
Horrible.
It was a ceramic tile guy or somebody that was a carpenter and picked up extra tiles from
Leftover.
different jobs and kept them.
Yeah,
held onto them,
yeah.
and had enough and figured I'm going to use this.
I
Somebody else's
was
tile.
like, I walked in, I go, what in the hell? I couldn't believe it. It was like, yeah, it felt like I was on some kind of acid trip. That's what it
Yeah,
felt
I
like. I was
know.
tripping out. You know what I mean? So I got some yucks
Well,
already. Give us a thumbs up or thumbs down. A yes or a no? A yuck or a
Double
great?
thumbs down.
Double thumbs down from Mel. What about you, Don?
Scott was referring back to, what was that? The acid trip referring back to the growing room, right?
Yes, it
Is that what
was.
it
Yes,
is?
it
It's the
was.
growing
Yes,
room.
it was.
The
Yes.
growing room's upstairs and it's down
So,
below.
yes or no? You liked it or you didn't?
This right here, I
Yeah.
did not like it.
I don't mind it. I think it's all right. I mean, it's flashback to the 70s. See, flashback to the 70s. All right. And
That's-
hey,
you do a
I
wine
think-
tasting room. That would be a good one too.
I think it
my
would look.
tasting room.
Yeah.
Why?
You You
I
can
don't
have a
understand.
bunch of, like a wine or a bourbon tasting room down in your basement.
Bourbon, yeah.
Or an extra
You're
room.
Wine
smoking
down
room
in
and
the
a
basement would be
smoking
good.
Yeah, you can do it.
Yeah. So
But I think, Scott, they would look good at your place.
it probably would not. But that's okay. I think it's creative and interesting. All right. Now, that segment, I'm going to close it out for me, that part. Yeah, I'm going to stop sharing. Yeah. That segment was brought to you by
Oh,
Big
my.
ass water.
Big ass water slide.
That was terrible.
I love it.
Dude, we're getting paid big money by big ass
I
water slides. You
believe I
screwed up
blew
every
it.
time.
I blew it.
All right, let me try it.
I thought you were going to say it, and I'm like,
Okay, let's
lost.
try this. Let's take 2 on our commercial for big ass water slides, okay? Because they're our sponsor now. So, ready? This segment was sponsored by
Big ass water slide.
you too can have a big ass. All right, so
Just like him.
absolutely right. You ready to sign off, ladies and gentlemen?
Ready.
Hopefully, we brought you some good information today. We had a lot of fun, but we're going to sign off for the night. Okay, I'm Scott,
I'm Don.
I'm Mel.
and we're talking real estate. See ya.